Welcome to Campus Chat, a look at the people, the opportunities, programs, and happenings at Western Nevada College. Campus Chat is made possible by the Western Nevada College Foundation.
Hello and welcome to Campus Chat. This is the show about Western Nevada College, its people and its programs. My name is Helaine Jessie, and we're in the beautiful outdoors of Eagle Valley Golf Course. We always like to tape outside, and Jim Kepler, who is sitting next to me, is our host today. He's the General Manager and Director of Golf at Eagle Valley, and thank you, Jim, for having us out here today.
Well, thanks for coming out, and it's nice to have a wonderful day. You know, the weather this spring has been a little bit rough, but the golf course is in tremendous shape, and we're looking forward to a great season. You know, we have great rates, and everything's good, so we're happy.
I don't even have to ask you a question, do I?
Not really.
Not really.
The golf course is good.
It's so
the golf
good.
course is really good.
It's beautiful, about 72, and sitting right next to him is Pam Robinson, and Jim is the co-chair of the Western Nevada College Golf Classic, and also is Pam Robinson is the co-chair also, and Pam, good to see you here.
Good to see you too.
Pam's the owner of the Embroidery Doctor in Mino, so if you have anything you'd like embroidered, from tablecloths to T-shirts to banners to whatever, you can.
Actually,
we
are from corporate wear to underwear. Come on down and see us.
That's great. Yeah, the golf course is looking good.
You know, the golf course has been here since 1977. The East Course, the West has been here since '87, but a few years ago it started having some deterioration, and so we made some major changes, and now we believe it's the best conditioned golf course, not just among public courses, but even private courses. The greens have great reviews, and it's in tremendous shape, and our rates are the lowest in the area. So we're very excited about giving people from Carson City great value for a great golf course, and so it's very exciting.
And you know what's also impressed me, not only about how, since you've taken over, the condition of the golf course has improved, the pro shop is in great shape, a brand new bar, all that. You've received some awards, haven't you?
Well, I've been very fortunate. I've been recognized, but you're recognized because your staff does a great job. You know, my staff I've put in place here, they do a tremendous job and make me look really good. I was fortunate to become Professional of the Year in Northern California, Northern Nevada, which is a great honor. But realistically, it's because my staff does a great job and my maintenance crew does a great job, and we have a great venue here. So with the venue being improved the way it is, I just have to show up every day and make it look good. So we're very excited to be here, and the clubhouse and the new remodel and the new banquet facilities are tremendous, and so it's going very well. Yeah, we're very excited.
It looks good. It looks really good. We like coming here, don't we, Pam?
Oh, we do. We always have a great golf tournament here. It's fun, and we just enjoy the people that work here.
Right.
You have good people that work here.
Yeah, they're fun to be with.
They are. They're nice.
We want people to come here, and people have a good time coming here. I think this is the 13th year, I think, of the tournament, and you guys alternate between here and other facilities, and they're a great golf course, too, but we just think that we have not only a great golf course, we also have great attitudes here and great atmosphere to have golf, and so it's a fun place to be, and it's casual attire, so it's cool. It's a great place to be.
It makes it fun, and we always get the best lunch, nice steak for the golf tournament. It's a beautiful lunch. The golfers appreciate everything.
Tell us a little bit about the event, Pam, that it's our 13th annual golf classic, and it fills up quickly, which I think is a testimony to the popularity of the event. But
we have people that have started with us. They've golfed with us in every single tournament, and that says a lot for the golf tournament. It tells us that we're doing things right. We give them everything we could possibly provide for them. Yeah. They get some breakfast. They get things on the course. They have a wonderful lunch. It's just fun.
They get a tea prize. This year they're getting a Cutter and Buck tea prize. It's probably a $80 value in itself.
Right.
And they get a continental breakfast, which is our chef does here. That's tremendous. It's all homemade pastries and stuff. And we usually have a steak barbecue. It's a great value.
It is a great value for you. Anybody can come out here and just enjoy their day. You don't have to be a pro. That's the other good part of our golf tournament. I mean, you're not.
Pros are welcome now.
Just because you like to golf in the tournament.
Yeah, we're not going to tell.
Right.
Not going to say who's won.
But I mean, you can just come out and enjoy the day. That's part of it. And then when you go to hole number 17, which is the one that I sponsor, that's the Bloody Mary Margarita hole. So, I mean, you definitely want to come out there and just have a little chat with us and have a Bloody Mary.
Now, what day is the golf tournament, and how do people sign up?
Well, they get a hold of WNC at 445-3240 or get a hold of Helaine Jessie at WNC.edu. And the tournament is going to be Friday, September 17th. It starts at 9 a.m. here at Eagle Valley Golf Course, and we actually get the West It's
the West course.
West course.
West course.
And tell them about that.
Yeah.
The two golf courses are distinctively different. The East course you see behind us is a relatively wide open golf course. It's very user friendly and it's a wonderful spot and in great condition. And we get lots of youngsters and seniors to play there, and also a lot of tournaments to play there. But the West course is maybe rated one of the top golf courses in northern Nevada, maybe even in the West. It's kind of the side of the mountain. It's a little more target-oriented, but it's got beautiful views. You can see the entire Carson City from on top of the number 10 tee and stuff, and it's just beautiful. It's in great condition, and it's carved out of the sage over there, and it's just beautiful. So it's a great place to come play golf. Nice. And with this kind of format, when it's a scramble format, you don't have to be a good player. You can be a beginner, or you can be an expert, and it's still going to give you all the stuff you want to see. So it's a great place to be.
Well, another nice thing. Sponsors, Pam?
Yes, I was just going to get into that. We are still in need of a few sponsors. We would really like to have a new main sponsor of our tournament. We are talking to a few people that are interested in doing this, but it's going to be the first person that comes up and says that they would like to do this. This golf tournament will be named after their group. But we still have, I believe, the lunch left, and I think the carts.
Yeah, green fees and cart sponsorship, the awards, barbecue, on-course refreshments, and players' tea prizes. We're looking for sponsors for those.
And please remember that the monies that we receive from this go in to give scholarship receptions, back-to-school breakfast for faculty and staff. It's our Wildcat support for WNC, the In Touch biannual publication for friends and alumni, and Campus Chat, which we have today. So it does cover a lot of things, and it's a really wonderful cause for the college. So we'd like to see all of you come out, join us, have a great day in the sun, and a little bit of exercise, and have a Bloody Mary and margarita on us.
Yeah, and sponsor the college. And I know, as Pam said before, you don't need to be a really good golfer to be in this tournament. Do you have golf lessons for people?
Golf lessons are available out here, absolutely, for every level of player. In this kind of event, your friends can bring you out if you're not a golfer, and you can bring your own foursomes out. They don't have to be an individual. So if you're single, you can come out, or if you've got a group of 4 of your buddies, you can come out too. Women are invited. Everybody's invited to this event. It's just a fun event, and it's somewhat competitive, but more importantly, it's good for the cause, for the college.
Well, and we have 2 separate types of awards. We have first through second for the really top-notch handicap golfers, and then first through fourth for golfers like myself who aren't that good, but we try to sandbag a few ringers on our team to try and win it anyway. I've been golfing with the same 3 ladies for years now. It's a lot of fun. So Friday, September 17th, 9 a.m., Eagle Valley Golf, a great place to play golf and have a great lunch. And I'd like to thank Jim Kepler and Pam Robinson, our co-chairs, for being here today.
Absolutely. We love doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Campus Chat. Welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helaine Morres, and we're at the beautiful Eagle Valley Golf Course where we're going to be having our 13th annual Golf Classic on September 17th. But our next guest is Roger Moellendorf. Roger is a member of the WNC Foundation Board and also the director of Carson City Parks and Recreation. But he is also the man behind the scenes for a great foundation event that's going to be held on Friday, July 30th. Welcome, Roger.
Well, thank you. The man behind the scenes is a shadowy figure, otherwise known as the shadow.
The shadow, yes.
Shadow.
And that's what his employees call him.
Yeah.
The shadow. Where's the shadow today? I don't know.
Who cares?
So, for those of us who grew up with the harmony and the musical resonance of folk songs of a few decades ago, we're going to have Tom May and Chris Kennedy here. They're musicians, songwriters, and performers, and they're going to be at Sarah Winnemucca Hall on our Carson campus. And what gave you that idea to bring them here? How does this all transpire?
Well, I've known Tom May and Chris Kennedy for several years, probably better than 10 years. And I've put on shows of theirs in the past, concerts. And they kind of followed me out here with some interest when they found out I was out here. We've had them out here in Carson City twice previously. And I think the neat thing about their style of music, it's kind of this, we call it folk music, but kind of I think the new term today is sort of Americana music. And it's music you don't hear, unfortunately, much on the radio or on TV. It's kind of gone underground. And so I think it'd be a nice kind of a cultural event, a fun event to have here. Plus, I think it'd be a way that maybe we could raise a little bit of money for the foundation in the process.
Right.
And show some goodwill to the community and show some appreciation for our donors.
That's great. It sounds like a great event. Tell us a little more about the musicians, though, about Tom May.
Well, Tom May he's really the, I guess, no disrespect to Chris, but he's really the professional of the group. Tom is kind of known as the troubadour of the Pacific Northwest.
Wow.
He and I share a birth date and a birthplace, actually, in Grand Island, Nebraska. But Tom has moved out to the Pacific Northwest. He lives in Vancouver, Washington. He's got about a dozen CDs out. He's a feature performer at a lot of folk festivals across the country, particularly the Kerrville Folk Festival, the big one down in Kerrville, Texas. And Tom has co-authored a book called The Lovin' of the Game, which is how to make a livelihood out of the music business. And he's got he's the host of a nationally syndicated radio show called The River Folk that's performed in about 150 different radio stations across the country, unfortunately not carried in Nevada. So Tom has got an extensive background. One of I think the interesting things about Tom is that for many years he was a band member of Gordon Lightfoot and still remains today a very close friend of Gordon Lightfoot. And probably when most people hear Tom or go to one of his performances, he and Gordon Lightfoot, he's compared very favorably to Gordon Lightfoot in his singing style and his musical styles. Now, Chris Kennedy is actually, I think this is kind of makes it very suitable to have him out here. He's a college professor at Western Wyoming Community College in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Oh, that's great.
And Chris is a local folk artist, folky, but a very talented songwriter and a very good musician. A lot of other people now are covering some of Chris's songs. Chris has also a very sharp wit and a very entertaining individual. So I think that's going to be a fun duo for the community to listen to.
So people can come to Sarah Winnemucca Hall on Friday, July 30th at 7 o'clock, and they'll play for about an hour?
They're going to play 2 45-minute sets.
Oh, that's great.
And it's going to be mostly all original music. They'll be covering each other's songs. I imagine there'll be a one or two Gordon Lightfoot songs kind of put in there because Tom has a great affinity for Gordon.
And how much are we charging for that event?
It's going to be a bargain, $10 is a ticket.
Oh, wow,
so
that's
this is going to be a lot of fun.
So it's going to be some really nice, wonderful, inspiring type of music, isn't it?
It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's great. And so you talked about Tom's book, The Lovin' of the Game.
Right.
On Saturday, we're also going to have a class at the college taught by Tom.
We're going to have a class that is basically use his book, The Lovin' of the Game. And it's going to be a class that's really kind of geared for maybe all the aspiring musicians and songwriters out there. It'll be an opportunity for them to sit down with an individual who has made a good living out of this game, and he's done it for about 37 years. And so he'll be able to really pass along some practical experience, some tips to people who might be in this area that are trying to figure out how do you make a living in this crazy world, this crazy music world.
Right.
It's a very difficult profession to get into. As you can imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it should be, I think, a really worthwhile experience for people. We're going to charge $20 for this class.
Another bargain, $20.
And that's going to be held in the Cedar building in room 109, I believe, and at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, July 31st.
So for $30, for $10, you can come in, and it's open to the public. We'll give you the number to call at the end of this segment. Mm-hmm. But come and see some 2 45-minute sets, some great music in Sarah Winnemucca Hall. And then for another $20 the very next day, come and listen to Tom and interact with him one-on-one.
That's right, and that's not all.
Oh,
yeah.
There's more.
We have more. We have more. Also on Saturday in the afternoon, starting at 1 p.m. at the Northern Nevada Railroad Museum, Chris Kennedy is going to be giving a solo concert, and his program is called Railroads of the West. And it's a combination of music, song, verse, and readings that really basically talk about the history of building the railroads across the western part of the United States. It's a tremendous presentation. We've had it here a couple of years in the past, and a lot of people really enjoy it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And that, of course, will be free.
And that'll be free. So 3 great events. Friday night, 7 p.m. at the college, July 30th. Saturday, July 31st at 10 a.m., Tom May.
Correct.
$20 $20, the loving of the game.
Loving of the game.
And then 1 o'clock at the Northern Nevada Railway
Museum.
That's
Right outside
right.
the old depot there.
And then how do they get more information about this?
Well, you know what? If you want more information, Helaine, what is that number?
That number is 445-3240.
And that gives all the information about the concert.
Right. And I'd like to also thank the Donor Relations Committee from the foundation. They're doing a lot of work to help make this event successful. That's headed by Nicole Block and Ched Block, Nikki Gladys, Sally Zola, Leslie Townsend. So that group is really working hard to help us bring this event.
A great group of dedicated volunteers.
So do you like this type of music? This is the type of genre you like?
I do. I've got a pretty eclectic. I like to use the word eclectic whenever I have a chance to fit it in.
Yeah.
It makes me seem smarter than I actually am.
No, you're smart.
But I like a wide variety of music. And that's what eclectic means.
Right.
It means wide variety. Just in case you didn't know.
Yes, I knew that.
So I like everything from rap to I think opera.
And I'm hoping that I find opera a little soporific.
Well, yeah, I do too. And that means
sleepy. Makes you sleepy.
All right.
Soporific, eclectic.
I'm going to work that into my next interview.
Yeah, work that into your.
So.
And well, it's like I came here with great alacrity. I came here, and that is, of course, cheerful eagerness.
Yeah, and that was a lot of larceny for me.
Yeah. What?
That's nervousness and concerned about what you might say while I'm up here.
Well, thank you. This is a college show, Campus Chat. As Roger kept referring to it, Campus Chatter. I said, no, it's Campus Chat, Roger. So thank you so much
for having me.
Helping to bring Tom May and Chris Kennedy, 445-3240, July 30th and 31st. So please contact us. It's going to be a great show. Thank you, Roger.
Thank you very much, Helaine.
Stay with us. We're at Eagle Valley Golf. We'll be right back with Marilyn Elligott. Welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helaine Morres. We're out at the beautiful Eagle Valley Golf, where we'll be having our 13th annual Golf Classic on September 17th. Our guest for this segment is Marilyn Elligott. She's a community education instructor in weaving, and we've talked about different types of fun. Either you like golf, or perhaps you might attend a concert, but each person knows what brings joy into his or her own life. And during this segment, we're going to be talking about our community education program that is intended to bring knowledge and enjoyment to people in this community who have a multitude of diverse interests. Our community education program is at all three of our campuses, Carson, Douglas, and Fallon. And each campus has classes that reflect their own unique character. Marilyn will be teaching a weaving class at our Douglas campus in the fall. She is an experienced weaver and spinner and has also won many blue ribbons for her skill in the fiber arts. So, Marilyn, that took me a long time, but welcome.
Thank you, Helaine, very much. I'm
nice
glad to be
here. Yeah, thank you.
Gorgeous day.
I know, isn't it nice? So, is this weaving class this fall? Will this be your first class that you taught at Western Nevada College?
No, it will be my second class.
Oh, okay.
So, my first class was this last January.
And how did that turn out?
Fabulous.
Really? So a lot of people, or?
I had 9 students.
That's great.
I was proud of all of them, of their accomplishments, and I'm really looking forward to teaching another class.
Now, did you meet once a week, or how did the class go?
We met once a week in the mornings, and I had plenty of samples for the ladies to see what they could do. They started out on a picture frame loom made from a picture frame.
Wow.
And they all kind of looked at it like, this is weaving? Well, there was a lot to do and a lot to learn. So
you can come in as a beginner into your class, right?
Definitely.
And then go from there.
Go from there.
How did you become interested in weaving?
I had a very dear friend who showed me some of the work that she did, and she was what is called a production weaver, and she showed me some of the garments that she made, and just kind of enticed me. And when we moved closer to her, there was a weaving guild, and brought me there, and I met all these other fabulous ladies and fabulous people, and I got the bug.
You got the bug.
Yes.
And so how many years have you been weaving?
I've been weaving for 10.
For 10. That's, when you see her work, and we're going to be showing you some of that, you're going to be amazed. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Well, that gives me hope that you can start a craft like this and really become proficient.
May I correct you and call it an art?
Yes. See, art. As soon as I said craft, I thought, I bet you it's an art. Really, I said that to myself. So, how long has weaving been around?
Weaving has been around for centuries. It goes way back to the caveman almost.
Really? I mean, I of course remember some of the spectacular Navajo weavings. I think they're very well known.
Yes, they are.
They're very prolific.
They are. They're very prolific, but it was also done out of a necessity.
To make clothes or
to make clothes, to make protective
garments,
beautiful things to celebrate a particular holiday or birth or wedding. Yeah. And so it was, plus you couldn't run out to Walmart and go buy anything.
Right. And if you were cold and you had to make something right then.
You had to make something right then.
So when a student registers for your class and they come into the class, you talk about a picture frame loom, but do you also have like the traditional big loom? Or?
Yes, they will see a range of about 5 different types of looms.
And so what can they expect to gain from the class?
I hope they gain an interest in the art of weaving. I hope they enjoy the connection of working with the fibers and weaving a life, putting some of themselves into the weaving.
Oh, that's neat. There's a lot of artistry just in those words about the tapestry of our lives and how we just weave.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. What I know we have some beautiful things here. Would you like to show us some of these? Because they're just spectacular.
I'm very proud of this piece. This piece is a runner for top of the table. I wove it on a particular type of loom, and I was very pleased with it. I had worked very hard to make it perfect and was promptly informed by my teacher that there is no perfect weaving. She made me take out 2 inches and put in a definite mistake.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Weavers are not perfection. Perfect weavers. There always has to be a slight human flaw.
Really?
Yes.
And so you put that in there.
You put that in there.
First place, by the way. The ribbon right there. I understand you also make your own. You also create your own yarn or spin your own yarn too.
Yes, I do. In this piece that I wove, this is chenille, and the green in here is hand spun wool yarn that I spun on my spinning wheel.
Now, how is this? I'm a novice at this. Not even a novice. How is this different than knitting?
This is a piece I have knitted.
Oh, yeah, you can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference.
Tighter and
you're also working on a loom, a rigid loom. Here you're using the flexibility of using needles.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
So, this is another piece that I wove. It's a belt. It's actually a decoration for our Christmas tree. And it was on a different type of loom.
Uh-huh.
So
how many types of looms are there? I mean,
probably and I am making a wild guess, there could be over 1,000 different type looms. A loom can be anything of a few tree branches put together.
Just something to hold.
Something to hold your warp or your threads that you're going to weave over the top of.
Now, I understand that after you had this first class that a group of you are still meeting, you created a fiber arts group. Is that true?
Yes, I did. It was a dream of mine, and dreams do come true with the help, encouragement of students and friends, particularly one student who is here. Her name is Sandy.
Sandy Richmond?
Sandy
Yeah,
Richmond here. She encouraged me to go to the college after I'd worked with her, and then she and my other original student said, Marilyn, you shouldn't sit at home and let your knowledge just stay. So I got together, went out, found a place for us to meet, and the Carson Valley Arts Council opened their arms and said, please have your home here. So we had our first group meeting on March 27th. I had 19 people show up and became 19 members. It flabbergasted me.
Oh, that's great. So you're really talking, I think you're really appealing to people who want to learn how to do things with their hands and create some beautiful works of art.
We call it a fiber arts group. So we're not just specializing in weaving and spinning.
A multitude.
A multitude of the fiber arts.
Now tell us quickly, if you don't mind, how do they get a hold of you or when your class starts?
My class starts the 2nd of September.
And how do they sign up for that?
They call the community college education.
Yes, I think that number will be on the screen, 445-4268.
And talk to, I believe it's Linda.
Linda.
And she will register them.
And do they bring their own materials?
No, I will have a starter kit available for them.
Is that amazing? That's great. Do you want to show us a couple more pieces here?
Yes, I would like to.
Douglas Campus, September 2nd through September 30th. The class is going to be from Thursday from 9 to 11:30 a.m. $85, and senior citizens receive 20% off. So you could be creating some of this beautiful, beautiful work. Oh my, look at that.
That I spun the wool on a spinning wheel and knitted the tam.
Now, oh, that's gorgeous. Now I understand you have a lot of weaving equipment and looms in your home. I see your husband here. He must really support you in this.
Oh, he is my biggest supporter, repairer, mentor, encourager.
Does he weave?
No, but he critiques. He critiques my weaving, which I really appreciate.
And what's his name?
His name is Ralph.
Ralph. Ralph is here. Hey, Ralph. Hey, can you pan to Ralph, Keith? Show Ralph. Yeah. You got to show, there's a great man behind every great woman, right? There's Ralph.
Right. This is another piece that I wove. It's all out of commercial yarn.
Look
it's
at
a
that.
scarf.
That is beautiful.
That's my own design.
Oh, I bet you people like getting Christmas presents from you.
Yeah.
And then this is our final piece that she has that just shows you the wonderful things you can make.
This piece is a candle wicking, which is a form of embroidery that was started by our colonial ladies.
Mm-hmm.
They would actually take the candle wick that they had spun the cotton, wove the wick, they unwove it, used it as thread, and they would use a colonial knot, not a French knot.
That's great. Well, we'd like to thank Marilyn so much for being here for Campus Chat. You can sign up for that weaving class, 445-4268. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for watching this edition of Campus Chat. We'll see you next time.
This has been Campus Chat, a monthly program from Western Nevada College. Campus Chat is made possible by the Western Nevada College Foundation.